Title: The Daughter He Rejected. From the very day she was born, Amora was never welcomed. Her first cry filled the small room, but instead of joy, it brought disappointment. Her father stood silently as the midwife announced, "It's a girl." His face hardened. He turned away and said words that would scar a family forever. "A girl cannot bring riches to my name. I need a son." Amora's mother held her tightly, trembling. She smiled through tears, whispering prayers over her newborn, while her husband walked out of the room, already convinced the child was useless. From that day on, Amora's father withdrew his love. He blamed her mother for not giving him a male child. The house grew cold. Arguments filled the nights. Eventually, he made his decision. He abandoned Amora and her mother and married a second wife, believing that only a male child could secure his future, his pride, and his wealth. Not long after, the second wife gave birth to a baby boy. The man celebrated loudly. He slaughtered cows, invited friends, and declared, "Now I have a real child. This is the one who will make me rich." From afar, Amora watched. She was still a child, but she understood rejection. She watched her father spoil the boy, while she and her mother struggled to survive. Sometimes, they slept hungry. Sometimes, they were mocked by neighbors. But through it all, her mother never broke. Every morning, her mother held her hands and said, "You are not useless.
You can do
You are not a
anything,
mistake.
Amora. I'm here
One
with
day,
you,
the world will know your
always."
worth." Despite poverty, her mother insisted Amora must go to school. There were days Amora walked long distances barefoot. Days she studied with torn books and borrowed pens. Days hunger made her dizzy in class. Still, she refused to fail. Her father laughed whenever he saw them. "I warned you," he said mockingly. "A female child is nothing. You will both suffer forever." Those words burned in Amora's heart, but instead of breaking her, they fueled her. Years passed. Against all odds, Amora gained admission into the university. Life there was brutal. She worked small jobs, sold snacks, cleaned houses, and sometimes skipped meals to pay school fees. Her mother aged quickly from stress, but she never complained. Finally, Amora graduated. There was no celebration from her father. No congratulations. Only silence and prideful ignorance. After school, life didn't suddenly become easy. Jobs were scarce. Doors were closed. People underestimated her because she was a woman. So Amora created her own path. She became a trader. She started small, buying and selling goods with little capital. She studied markets, learned negotiation, took risks, failed, learned again, and kept pushing. Years later, her business exploded. She expanded internationally. Her profit ran into millions of dollars. She bought her mother a beautiful home, ensured she never lacked anything again, and gave her a life of dignity and peace. Meanwhile, her father's world was falling apart. The son he treasured so deeply, the son he abandoned his family for, was not his. The truth surfaced painfully. The male child belonged to another man. The revelation shattered him. Ashamed and broken, he came back, begging. He knelt before Amora and her mother, tears in his eyes. "I was wrong," he cried. "Please forgive me. I didn't know. I rejected my own blood." Amora stood silently. She felt no joy, no anger, only distance. After deep reflection, she made her decision. She forgave him in her heart, but she did not accept him back into her life. Some wounds heal, but some consequences remain. Amora packed her bags. She left the town that once mocked her, boarded a plane, and flew to another country, carrying her success, her dignity, and her mother's love with her. She didn't need validation anymore. She had already proven the world wrong.